Hello everyone, this is Mike from Not Casuals, and in this series of video, I'll be playing Tera and soloing BAMs with my Slayer. In this particular clip, I'll be fighting an Indolent Kumas at level 24, the Kumas being level 21. I started soloing these at earlier levels. Unfortunately, I didn't think to record it until I was 24, but it is entirely doable from about level 22. As long as you know the monsters tells their attacks and what to do and what not to do. So the first thing you want to do when setting up to kill BAMs on your own is to get fully buffed, and by this I mean having your stamina as high as you can for a bigger HP pool. So gathering things like minerals and plants helps with this because you can get a buff that increases your maximum stamina. It's not necessary, but it does help you when you start fighting a monster you don't particularly know, so that their attacks don't one-shot you. Later on, once you know the monster's attacks, you're not supposed to get hit at all in the perfect circumstances, so you're not going to need the HP so much. The other thing that is really important, especially as a Slayer, really helps you, but it helps you as any class fighting a BAM, is to have the Onslaught buff that gives you a higher chance to knock down your opponent. The idea being that while the opponent is knocked down, he's not kicking your ass. Another reason for this is because I run with gems on my weapon that increase my damage on prone opponents, on knockdown opponents. So the longer they're on their butt, the more damage I do, the quicker I kill them. And the shorter the fight, the least of a chance you have of messing up and dying. Now, while I'm fighting the BAM, you'll notice I usually spam knockdown strike whenever it's up and follow it up with overhand strike. The reason why I do mostly these two attacks over anything else is because, well, knockdown strike has a very high chance to knock down your opponent, particularly if you glyph it for it, and that's what I want. I want them to be on their butt. Secondly, it's because Whirlwind Strike, which is usually my highest source of damage, is a little bit risky to use against BAMs because while you're charging it up or while you're doing your two swings, you just might take an attack to the face and you don't want that. So unless they're prone, unless they're knocked down or stunned, I usually don't use Whirlwind Strike because it's too dangerous, and really it's not worth it to try to squeeze that little extra bit of damage in there if you're just going to die anyway and have to restart from the very beginning, especially when you have a little bit lower gear and the fights take longer. Fights can take up to 10 minutes. You don't want to just be greedy and mess up and have to restart all over. So knockdown strike, overhand strike, and startling kick to overhand strike are two very, very safe damage sources that will help you kill the enemy without getting hit because you stun them and because they're on their ass. Now you might be wondering, why try to solo BAMs in the first place? Is there any reason other than just bragging rights? And the answer is, well, yes. Bragging rights are a very good reason to do it, but if that's not enough for you, there's a lot more to soloing BAMs than just that. First of all, they give insanely good experience if you're within their level range, and very good drops too. Among those drops are Titan runes, Hive runes of Titans, or Sil runes of Titans, etc., etc. Those are used in crafting, and they only drop from killing BAMs, so they're worth a lot of money on the trade broker. So that's pretty good reason to solo those if you can. And like I said, very good experience. I personally enjoy leveling up on big monsters because it's a challenge, and for me it's more fun than quest grinding, and like I said, it turns a pretty good profit too. So those are my reasons for doing it. In fact, once I kill the Kumas in this video, I want you to look at my experience bar, which when I started fighting him was at about 1 bar away from leveling up. Of course that's with rested experience, but still, considering how much higher level I am than a monster, it's a very good experience. At some point when I was fighting at level 22, I think, it would give me 2.5 bars of experience every time I killed one, which is pretty damn good. So anyway, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see this video series continued with me soloing BAMs on the Slayer. See you next time.